What's up guys, and welcome back to the Scope Spirit channel. As advertised in the last video, today's video will be the first episode of Scope Analysis. In this first episode, we will analyze the strength of Zoro, an iconic One Piece character and an incredible swordsman. And to do this, we will evaluate his level on the 5 dimensions of strength: speed, combat skills, overall strength, proprioception and endurance. There will be 4 points to gain in each dimension, and in the end, we'll have a score out of 20. Alright, now that everything's clear, let's start this first episode of Scope Analysis. Let's go! Regarding speed, there is a few scenes in which Zoro seemed really fast. Against Kuma in Thriller, against Monet in Punk Hazard, against Killer in Ringo, and against Kaido on Onigashima recently. But aside from that, his attacks are more sharp and powerful than fast. And some of his opponents were sometimes faster than him, like Kizaru or Kuma for instance. But it is important to remember that these two have Devil Fruit powers that help them to be this fast. Now for the final grade, we can have a 4 out of 4, since Zoro is not one of the fastest characters in anime. We can have a 3 out of 4 because he is not very fast, but he is definitely faster than average, which is 2 out of 4, so I give him a 2.5 out of 4. Regarding combat skills, Zoro is a very skillful swordsman in the One Piece universe. He can use 1, 2 or 3 swords when he performs his attacks. He knows a lot of techniques, but he also has favorite techniques like the Dragon Twister and the Shishi Sanso. He worked on these skills from the time he was very young in the dojo of his hometown. Zoro is also very technical in combat, and he will analyze the strength and the weaknesses of his opponents. Despite having a terrible orientation, he has a great fight IQ. The only thing that will lower his grade is that we never really saw him in a hand-to-hand combat, and it's a shame when you know his outstanding strength. So for the final grade, I decided to give him a 3 out of 4 for his incredible combat skills as a soldier. Regarding overall strength, as I said before, Zoro is a freak of nature. During his training, we can see him multiple times carrying monstrous weight for squat, handstand, curl, or even some sword training. Knowing the weight of his swords, it's safe to say that Zoro has an incredible grip power in his hands, as well as an enormous power in his jaw, since he holds one of the 3 blades in his mouth. On top of that, he's also able to cut basically anything like rock, metal or powerful Haki users, and one day, maybe, he will cut diamond. Again, the only thing that will lower his grade is that we never really saw him wrestle against tough opponents. So again, it will be a 3 out of 4 for Zoro's overall strength. Regarding proprioception, there is a few scenes in which we can see that Zoro masters his own body. For instance, we can see him doing weighted handstand push-ups, which is an exercise that requires a lot of balance and proprioception. He also has a technique called double gorilla slash, in which he contracts his arms to the maximum level possible, which can be very similar to mind-muscle connection. We can also see him jumping around easily when buildings are falling apart. However, compared to other characters like Baki or Levi, Zoro just has a regular proprioception, at least in the anime world. That's why I give him a grade of 2 out of 4 for proprioception. And to conclude this analysis, let's talk about Zoro's endurance, which is completely off the charts. There is multiple moments throughout the series in which Zoro has been injured severely. Against Mihawk, he was slashed multiple times and had some terrible wounds and a very big scar. A scene I love for showing Zoro's endurance is when Arlong rips the bandage of this scar. We can see him wondering how Zoro is still alive and why he has a fearless look in his eyes while being near dead. There is also the very famous Nothing Happened scene right after the fight with Kuma and Moria. And in Wano, Zoro blocked the strongest attack in One Piece just before wounding Kaido moments later. He's close to perfection in endurance. That's why I give him a 3.5 out of 4. So to conclude this analysis, if we add all the grades together, Zoro obtained a score of 14 out of 20. I know that power scaling is something very personal, so let me know in the comment section down below if you have a different result. Now that's it for the video guys, I hope you really liked this first episode of Scope Analysis. For my part, I will ask you on Instagram which character you want me to analyze for the next episode. Have a very nice day and see you soon in the next video. Peace out!